legal reasons.
Yeah, ask her if she ever
That is a good hire.
Welcome back to Movie Flix. Today we are going to recap 2018 action thriller movie titled The Meg. When the members of an underwater research facility are under a threat of owing to a 75-foot shark, Jonas Taylor, a deep-sea diver, is hired to save them. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel. Now, without wasting any further time, let's begin, shall we? Jonas Taylor, a skilled diver, attempts to rescue a crew of divers from the wrecked submarine. Jonas is successful in bringing several of them abroad, including Dr. Heller, but something begins to attack the sub fiercely. This leads Jonas to make a difficult decision over Heller's objections to abandon the submarine in order to avoid certain death. They flee just before the unknown thing destroys the submarine and vanishes. Take a look at Mana 1, an underwater research facility off the coast of China. It is controlled by Zhang's daughter Suyan, remote explorer DJ, Jax Hurd, the aforementioned Dr. Heller, Mac, Celesta, Toshi, and the Wall, and is apprehended by Jack Morris and Dr. Ming Zhang. They are carrying out an experiment at the ocean floor that involves avoiding a strange gas, utilizing a small submarine controlled by Celesta, Tosh, and the Wall, and exploring what's beneath. At first, everything appears to be normal, but the threes is assaulted and stranded by something enormous and swift, forcing them to lose the touch with Mana 1. They subsequently try to restore electricity but are attacked again. Celesta is injured when screwdriver is forced into her stomach. After much deliberation, the rest of the crew decides to heed Mac's advice and brings Jonas into for help to rescue their stranded pals owing to his experiment rescuing individuals such as deep dangerous section of the ocean. However, Heller is opposed to this since he believes Jonas went insane as a result of his horrific experience 5 years ago and does not believe in Jonas' allegations that something attacked him and the diver he was attempting to save. Regardless, the strategy is carried out. Unfortunately, Jonas has clearly seen better days as he's been drinking regularly in the Thai bar and irritating local boat owners who he keeps blowing off repairing their boats. Mac and Dr. Zhang visit Jonas in his room. Jonas initially tries to get out of the situation by offering the two drinks and very clearly rejecting any offer of money, but in the end he agrees to come along and assist. Meanwhile, shortly after Jonas arrives, Swain attempts to dive down and rescue the standard crew member herself by a mini submarine. Jonas rushes after her to assist, but not before promising Xian's young daughter that he will return her mother safely. Suyan swiftly locates the stranded sub and prepares to tow them up to the surface when she is attacked by a massive squid. Before her submarine is destroyed, the squid is promptly slain by the last attacker's predator, a 75-foot long monster shark known as Megalodon. This shark is the same one Jonas encountered 5 years ago and nearly killed him. Suyan escapes back to the surface after Jonas entices the shark away with some flares. He successfully transports Celesta and the Wall in his car. However, the shark returns for another attack. Toshi sacrifices himself so that the others can escape, shoving a letter to his wife that he had been writing earlier into the Wall's pocket. While everyone else is getting to safety, the shark rammed the doomed second sub, killing Toshi. Heller later apologizes to Jonas for failing to believe his accusation. The issue isn't ended yet because the destruction of the sub allowed a temporary pocket of heat to vent upwards, allowing the shark to return to normal ocean conditions. While Jonas attempts to flee while everyone else converses, Swain's daughter is playing with the RC ball along with the halls but is startled by the sudden arrival of the shark. After murdering a whale, the shark attempts to bite through hull but fails. The partly eventually decides to follow the shark down and poison it to death with a tiny boat. They initially succeed in following by having Jonas blast a tracker onto his fin and then pull him back in, narrowly missing being eaten by the shark. Suyan then enters a plastic tank to poison it, while the others use chum to draw the shark. This results in a heated encounter in which the shark attempts to swallow the cage with woman within. She poisons the shark successfully, but her mask breaks and she nearly drowns. Jonas dives in after her and they are nearly devoured by the shark. Fortunately, the shark dies as a result of the poison. Suyan is brought back abroad by Jonas and she is rescued. The crew initially celebrates by picturing the wall with the shark's body before he falls into the ocean as a result of DJ's prank. Jonas, on the other hand, sees that the shark teeth are similar than the one from previously. This is certainly intended to be smaller, younger megalodon they have killed. Suddenly, the second largest shark from before appears, swallowing the wall whole and seizing the other meg's carcass with its teeth of the boat. The boat capsizes as a result. Dr. Zhang is seriously hurt as a result. The shark returns to try to eat Zax, but Heller sacrifices himself by diverting the shark's attention to him instead, and he's eaten. The surviving crew escapes on motorboats and Morris summons a support chopper to shoot the shark, which is successfully chased away by Dr. Zhang. On the other hand, dies from his wound in the boat, but not before delivering heartbreaking final words of pride to his daughter. Later that night, Morris informs the crew that MENA 1 is being shut down and that the police from numerous Asian countries have been sent to deal with the shark. However, it turns out he's lying through his teeth, as he actually requested small military assistance in order to kill the shark on his own using depth chart dropped from the helicopter. He goes out in a boat with some others and it appears to work at first, only to discover that they accidentally blew up and killed a whale, luring some nearby regular sharks and later the Meg, who scares them away to feast on its corpse. Morris is thrown away by retreating boat and attempts to climb the dead whale, only to devoured whole by the shark. When the crew discovers that the shark is on its way to a nearby popular beach, they devise a plan to entice the shark away from the shore with whale noise recordings before torpedoing it to the hill with the mini subs. Before momentarily frightening the villagers at the beach, the shark attacks a nearby Chinese wedding party on another boat and appears to eat the bride's dog, Pippin. When it hears whale noises and accepts that bait, it stops attacking. This sparks a big pursuit between Jonas and the sharks as he leads it to Suen, who hits it with the torpedo, but it has finally little effect. Worse, Jonas' torpedo will not launch. During the struggle, a group of new helicopters attempting to record the scene collide and the wreckage collides with the team's boat, pushing everyone into the ocean. Suyan tries to rescue the others, but Jonas, in an attempt to protect everyone, attacks the shark head-on, slicing it open with the sub. When the shark tries to attack the sub, he jumps out and stabs it through the eye, mortally wounding it. A dozen ordinary sharks charge it to finish it off and eat it alive, putting a stop to the threat. After the danger has gone, everyone gathers on board the wedding couple's boat, including Pippin the dog who has survived. Jonas and Suyan are likely now in a relationship given their romance is allude throughout the film. This is where the movie comes to an end, with everyone now secure in the waters. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, until next time.